Alright, here's the point, though. Poe's trying to get me to stop talking about it because I think the person is bringing it up because they want me off of YouTube. They don't want to even know I exist, right? Poe thinks if I don't talk about it, you won't either. I don't think that's the issue. So what's the real issue? I don't know. Did my stepdaughter wake me up in the middle of the night or not? I don't remember, right? Why don't I remember the fall? The fall, 20 days later. That's why. That's why. Plus, it was 11 years or so before I even mentioned anything possibly happening in a statement on the blog where I said I could have molested her but didn't. And then that happened too, right? But it was still around 11 years later, right? Now, only Daphne, or Sal, someone on base, or Pastor Thomas, the main people I was having issues with at the time, right, could have known about it. Sal could have not just want his daughter around a mentally ill person, right? Daphne could have been seeing if he was right. I don't know, right? Someone on base could have been in the gay Navy. And Pastor Thomas was teaching his eunuchs to jerk off with each other. Every one of them but me would have a motivation to do something to entrap me, for different reasons, Except for me, right? And the girl. Me and the girl will be the two innocent parties because if she came in there to me or not, it depends on where she's at and how I would interact with her. If she's by the couch with her crotch in my face trying to make me up, I could think whatever I could have thought. She needed help going to the bathroom or wake up and ask her who showed her that and bring her to her mom, whatever, right? But it all depends on what happened, right? Which I could have told someone 20 days later as well. On base or Pastor Thomas. Anyway. And the thing is, only Daphne could be the eyewitness for that night. So it's not like you can just prove it, right? 20 days later, either. You can't, right? But Daphne didn't bring it up until 2008. I didn't hear from her about it, right? Though I was dealing with Jonathan with her, and I even got her child support by a certain time. Because I couldn't hold down a job to where I could even pay it. Now, all you could do if a child shows up at your house is call the police, baby. I know. If you can tell she's a child, right? And that's what a normal person can do, is call the police on her if she shows up at your house, right? I don't know. But there again, I'm mentally ill, so that's could be an issue. I don't know. It all depends, right? On who they'll believe. But if you leave her outside and she's outside the door, you just tell her I'm going to call the police on you. Go home. That's possible too, right? But anyway, I have to make up what happened. I don't recall it happening, right? Because of amnesia associated with a fall. No one brought it up, and I was talking about sleeping on the couch on the blog. And because I was around my stepdaughter and watching SVU, I said I could have molested her but didn't, right? And because of what I've been through with Christian Fellowship Church. Trying to jerk off with me a few times, or take a shower with me. Or the pastor putting his hand between my butt cheeks and telling me I'm uncomfortable with my sexuality, while hugging me, And then I had problems with the shipmates who were asking me if I was gay 3 times, right? And told them no 3 times, but they didn't train me to work on the ship as an electrician. They instead made me paint the damn bolt heads and floors, right? Which I didn't really want to do, so I didn't really do a good job of that. But then they put me in the head, cleaning the bathroom area of the ship. So I did that for about a year. From 92 to 93, right? The first year I was trying to work with them, I know, after I got to the ship. The second year they put me in the head cleaning the bathrooms, right? The third year, they stuck me on the 12 to 4 watches, right? And the second time we went out to sea, right? And that's when I met Sheena, and that's when I heard the voices and all that. And that's what I was telling Daphne when I met her and all that. What all I had been to. I don't know. And she married me anyway, and she married you anyway. So that leads up to August, right? We were getting along fine till August when she was given permission to get her daughter from her mother. Then we had a blowout type fight where I had to pick her up and put her in the bed to leave the room because she was right there in my face trying to press my buttons. And I picked her up and put her in the bed so I could leave the room and cool down, and she could too, right? Now, that's because I took karate and studied into jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. So, anyway, then I go to Bethesda, come back, I know, but am there 2 weeks, I know. Come back, and she wants to go pick up her daughter, but I have to be back by Monday, and she has to be back whenever. She didn't tell me anything about needing leave or anything, right? So I didn't have a chance to get leave. I had to be back by Monday, so I'm speeding through the mountains, right? To be back by Monday. To be back by Monday. And she might be thinking one thing and I'm thinking another, but she winds up leaving me stranded at a gas station in a little town called Butts, North Tennessee, right? Well, I'm either stuck there because she hauls off. I don't know which direction she went in. I go up on the interstate trying to see if I can see the car or anything. Walk down it a little bit. Kind of jog a little bit. I don't know what to do, right? I come back. I think I see her car heading back towards the gas station, but I'm done where I'm at, right? So I try to go back, but by the time I get back, right, she done went on to Arkansas, I guess, right? So then I have to find a place to sleep, get my mom to wire me when I need, and all that happens too, right? And I get home on Saturday. I know. She gets home Sunday. The daughter goes with Sal for 4 days. Then, I meet her 1 to 4 days, and then I'm back on base, right? I'm not around her long anyway, that's all I know about it, right? Well, they're saying something happened, which, Daphne never brought up. I never brought up. And someone around 2005 brought it up on YouTube, right? So on their channel, shame on you, Shane. Like they know me or something. So, like I said, they're trying to make me think it's someone from the past. Sal, my ex-wife, someone on base, or Pastor Thomas, right? That's all I know. That's all you know. And that's where I'm responding to you from. And that's why I'm responding the way I am, right? I was on the couch. Daughter would have to wake me up in the middle of the night. If she did, I would bring her back to her mom, things like that, right? Things I know you're supposed to do with the child. That had I not known, Daphne would have been able to put me in jail unless the child said grandma showed her that or something like that happened too, right? If you know what I mean. She would have to have a reason not to go to the police. But then someone's behaving like a vigilante, like they're God, like they can punish me. See, that's the problem with people too, right? You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? No. No. I don't either. I have no memory of anything really happening with my stepdaughter at all. At all. Except maybe eating dinner with her, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the weekend, and then going back to bed. So, no. That's the normal kick, right? Though we don't even know how many times Jesus, for instance, ate a day. Was it 1, 2, 3, right? Like we do now, or was it 2? Or we know he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, like Moses and Elijah did. But some say that's just to make him look like Moses and Elijah, I guess, right? Whatever. So that's kind of the problem. But then, while going through all that, I found out about the Gnostic Gospels and started looking into it. And they suggest God's androgynous and was made in the image of God, right? And again, a spirit is neither Jew nor Gentile, bond nor female, but a human being purely made, right? To represent all human beings, and then became two and produced another human being, right? Both sexually and asexually, which has to do with morphine, right? An asexual organism just morphs into another organism without sex. A hermaphrodite can crossbreed or become two, right? If it can morph. Maybe even three. And that would also explain the confusion over the Trinity that it's thrice male or androgynous male and female. Which is a truly 3-image system, right? Not 2, but 3. But 3. Though you're not to worship the male or female image, because it's secondary to the first image. Right? That's another reason Moses would tell you that. So I also combine religion with what I went through, because that's what I was brought up in, because of a dream I had at 12, where I saw the throne of God in heaven, and I'm trying to figure out what it means, right? Well, the first thing I figured out is it might have to do with the two witnesses in chapter 11, and who stand before the God of the earth. And I'm male, so heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool, so maybe I dreamed of the throne of God in heaven because I'm one of the two witnesses, the olive tree. One of the two olive trees. My wife could be one of the two candlesticks. And she could dream of a footstool, maybe. That's all I know. That's all you know. So that's still a guess. And I don't know if anyone thought there were one of the two witnesses around me that was female. Except for maybe Pastor Thomas's younger daughter, which he would have a problem with. And I heard she was baptized around 4 and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. But that's a possible theory I could have discussed with him the night of the fall as well. I don't know. I don't know. I have amnesia. Real bad, real bad. And you see, my injuries are kind of odd for a little 2.25 story fall from a 3-story building. Now, it's not that I shouldn't be injured at all. It's that I'm too injured, right? There's too many problems with the sacrum down to the pelvis, down to the ankle. Fast a lot. And that's all I know about it.